So it's 2 days after Christmas. Is that right?
Yeah.
27th of December 2019. The year's coming to a close. We're on our way back from the climbing gym. We just had a session. The highlight for me was getting a flash of a purple circuit problem, which start at V5. So I know I can definitely climb V5. In fact, I can flash a V5 if I've just watched somebody do and explain the beta. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
But what we thought we'd talk about today is the New Year's coming up, and we thought it'd be appropriate to make some climbing themed New Year's resolutions. So for me, I broke them down into 3. One of those for me is that I want to lead climb. We had a lot of fun doing rope climbing. It was really scary, but lead is like the natural progression. And I think it's the sort of thing where if I don't decide to do it sooner in my climbing career, then it will just be built up in my mind, and I'll just think it's too scary to do. So I want to do that this year.
Yep.
My strategy for doing lead is to get more and more comfortable with top roping. So I want to go top roping once a week. Our local climbing gym in Exeter, where we've moved, has much more rope climbing, so top roping and lead, and less bouldering than we're used to in Mines. So it's a perfect opportunity to get more comfortable. I'm going to purchase my own harness in the January sales, get a belay device. Yep. We're going to do loads and loads of top roping.
Yep.
And either get a friend or an acquaintance who's really good and who I trust to teach me, or get a lesson, official lesson at the climbing gym. But either way, that's one of my goals.
My first goal for my climbing for over the next year is a grade related goal. I've divided into both route climbing and a bouldering grade, but the focus is really going to be on the route climbing grade. It's a more ambitious target, and it's what I'm going to have most opportunity to do over the next year. In our previous gym, on top rope, I've done a 5. That's a UIA grade, but I want to basically get to the 6.
And you should be seeing some like translations of those grades into more common usage, because I think UIA is only really used in Germany. Yeah.
And within that goal, there's going to be lots of mini goals because it's quite ambitious. It's going to involve getting on top rope a lot and really working towards tackling my fear, working on my endurance. And for me, I'm not bothered whether I do that goal indoors or outdoors. I'm happy for that to be on top rope. But if I do get excited about doing lead climbing this year, then that would also be cool. My second part of the grade goal is to do 6B or V4 in the bouldering gym, because I've done 6A this year. But that's going to be less of a part of my training over the next year.
I talked about climbing lead. My other 2 goals are to improve my cardiovascular fitness, lose a bit of weight, and the second one is to climb outdoors more often. So in terms of improving my cardiovascular fitness, I do have a very specific strategy that I'm hoping is going to work, in that I'm training for a marathon currently. I'm at the very start of my training. We've already started filming that process, and you'll be able to see that eventually. But yeah, I've entered the Manchester Marathon, which is do you remember? It's in like...
It's on the 5th of April. We're both doing it, and we're in week 2 of training at the moment.
I'll be trying to do a bit more endurance-based climbing as well. So as we've said, in Exeter we've got more opportunity for top roping, so I'll be able to do some sport-specific endurance and cardio, and I'll also be going out and running. In addition to probably making my climbing more efficient, being slightly less round in the gut. I've wanted to lose a bit of weight from my stomach for a while anyway, so that would be pleasant. Climbing outdoors more is just purely an enjoyment thing. Climbing has never been better than when we're outdoors doing it, and yeah, I really want to get outdoors more often. It will tie in with the fact that I want to do lead climbing, just opening up many more opportunities for adventures and fun, and I'm going to try and get outdoors every month, once a month, because why not? You know, it's the best climbing that we've ever done. I don't really mind the cold. Whenever it's warm, I'll be able to bring Helen along with me. She doesn't really fancy climbing in winter, but I think that's a good strategy. Go somewhere at least once every month, and go to a great bouldering destination by booking a holiday to Fontainebleau. And I'm sure we'll go to some other great places during the course of the year, so keep an eye out for that.
My second resolution for my climbing for this year is to widen my pyramid. So, and what I mean by that is work more on my weaknesses, and one of those I think for me is power and core strength, and that really comes into play when I'm trying to climb overhangs. So I can do moderate overhanging routes in the bouldering gym, but I can't even get started on a roof problem that's completely horizontal. And so my goal is that some of my training is going to focus on power and core strength over the next year, and hopefully that will lead to me successfully doing a roof bouldering problem at our local gym in Exeter, the Quayside. Third resolution is to go on an outdoor climbing trip, a multi-day trip, so not just a day climb, but go and have a really fun multi-day trip. And I don't mind if that's bouldering, or we decide to go and do some sport climbing somewhere or something like that in Devon. We'll see.
I hope that we'll manage to hit that resolution several times over the year. I think we probably will, because we're absolutely loving climbing at the moment. In terms of widening your pyramid as well, maybe trying to do a bit more slab, a bit more of those scary committing moves and stuff like this as well, and trying not to avoid the things that are not to your taste in climbing, that you don't really enjoy as much. Might be fun.
Well, I am doing that in that I'm committing over the next year to focus on rope climbing. Yeah. Because that's what we're going to have a lot more access to. And so that is me working on my weaknesses and working on my fears on a daily and weekly basis.
Yeah, that head game.
Because I'm really scared of the rope climbing and being high up. So that's going to be a big part of my climbing over the next year.
I'm sure you'll be helping me with the cardiovascular fitness. I find that you're more knowledgeable and more motivated and more disciplined when it comes to things like running and that kind of endurance sport. So yeah, I'll be drawing on your head game and on your expertise and stuff in that regard. So I think we'll make a good team at meeting these goals, holding each other accountable, this kind of thing. So yeah, it's been an amazing first year of climbing for us. Oh, absolutely. Here's to another great one. Yeah, let's hope 2020 brings us plenty of sends, plenty of fun, and we're still heading in the right direction. Yes. Wicked. As well as improving our climbing, we are hoping to improve the quality of these videos, be more consistent in getting them out to you every week on a Monday, hopefully. But yeah, watch this space. So thanks for those of you who followed us along on our climbing journey so far, and please continue to follow our progress next year. We've got a lot more to come. It's going to be fun. Yeah, see you in the next one.